Hello, everyone. I am the MoeChicken. Welcome to my stream. Oh, shut up me. Shut up me. Hi. Hey, everybody. Well, we have no chat right now. I don't know why. This is a problem. Yeah, am I trying to chat? Chat. Nothing happens. You know, I don't know why it's not showing up. It's definitely there. The thing is there. I don't know why it's not appearing. That's a great start. Wonderful. Well, so there may not be any chat tonight. I'll still talk to you, but yeah, you guys be good because you won't be on the screen apparently. Well, before this all fell apart, I was going to have a stream tonight where we did more leatherworking. I have another leather piece that I'm currently working on. It is a leather chest piece, and it's coming along well. Just about everything for the front and back is cut out now, so I have to do some stitching on it. So we're going to do that. I have to set some rivets, so we can do that. And then I also might make some straps, so I can show you how to make those. So, yeah, different things. So I guess we'll just get into it. I'm sorry that there's nothing on screen. I don't know why that's happening. Hey, Noni. I'm glad to see you here. Sorry, there's no chat tonight. I don't know what the problem is. There's no chat tonight for some reason. But welcome, glad to see you here. Thanks for coming out. We're going to be working on leatherworking tonight. So I'll go ahead and show y'all what I have so far. We're chatting in silence, yes, and we're also in silence because I don't have any music going. Let me turn something on. As always, let me know if the music is too loud or any of that. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's a Twitch thing. Do you use the Twitch what do you call it? The Twitch chat box widget thing? Like I can show y'all what I use. Here, let me switch my screen here. Just don't capture the chat. Okay. Is it this one? That's this one over here. Why is it tiny? Why is it tiny? Why is it tiny? That's very strange. Don't be tiny. Desktop, be bigger. Or are you tiny? It's the wrong screen anyway, but whatever. Let's see. The widget that I use, my chat box, is this. It is a Streamlabs one, so it's the oh yeah, that's my hands. If you ever want to see what my hands look like, that's what they look like. Also, enjoy the infinity that you're seeing right now. I'm sure it's very. I'll be honest, I always loved seeing this kind of thing, like the endless hallway situation. I just thought it was the coolest thing when I was a kid. Anyway, yeah, so, this is the one that I use, just the Streamlabs widget. So maybe it's a slobs thing? I use regular OBS nowadays, though. So, I just use standard OBS now. So I don't know. But, yeah, that's not great. So there's not going to be any chat tonight. I apologize, especially considering it's your first time coming out here. But welcome. Good to see you. So, yeah, we are going to be working on this tonight. So this is the front side of a leather chest plate. You can see up here, this is where the shoulder pieces are attached to the two shoulder straps. Around here, I'll eventually put two connectors here, so two little leather belt areas right there. Same thing on the other side. And then that is the back side. Similar look. It's a little bit narrower because of the shoulder blades, and it doesn't have the connectors yet. But anyway, so that's what we're working on tonight. Specifically, I've got a bunch of rivets. So you can see here, these are the ones I've done so far. Let's see, I gotta remember. Hey Jimmy, welcome. Unfortunately, we have no chat tonight. I'm gonna keep apologizing about it to everyone who comes in because it sucks. It sucks for me. Like I hate the idea that I'll be responding to things, and like in the VOD, you'll just have to guess what I was saying, I guess. Oh, you're packing up. What are you packing up for? Are you moving? Are you moving, Shoot and Oni? Shoot and Oni said that they're happy to watch while they pack up and have some dinner. Yeah, okay, so anyway, we're going to be working on doing stitching. So you can see there are these brighter colored rivets. Those are temporary. What I'm actually going to use are these antique brass ones. So let's see, can I do it this way? Yeah, so this is the color of rivets we're going to be using. I really like this color a lot. It's just called antique brass. Most of my stuff comes from Tandy leather, by the way. So if you're interested in any of the things that I use to work on things, they all come from either Tandy leather or Michaels. So you can probably find it in any one of those. But yeah, you can see over here, I've already set some of them with the correct color. And then the ones that are still gold like this are the ones I still need to set. We also need to do... I hate how dark it is. I wasn't able to set up my big light, so I'm going to try to... I guess I'll shine light on things. This is jankiest stream. I've poked some holes here. Poked some holes along here, so we got to stitch that too. This stream is so jank, so jank, so jank. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. Mostly because I just wanted to work on leather. And I had told Haxthel that I would do some more leather working on stream, so I thought, hey, why not? I'll do it this way. Is there a light I can set up, though? Can y'all see? I feel like it's too dark, though. I have my little light I could set up. That might work. Let me grab that. Where is that? So this is something my aunt gave me. It looks fine to you? Well, okay. My concern is that it's dark leather, and I just don't want... I feel like it's going to be harder to see than it should be. I've got this little thing here. So this is something my aunt gave me. It's a very old light called an light. It's just got like a fluorescent bulb on the other side. I'll set that up and see if that will provide enough illumination so everyone can see. Normally I have like a big overhead light with like a little arm that reaches around and you can like direct it, but I didn't set that up because I was like, I'll just turn on my room lights and that'll be bright enough. And then I start to stream and I'm immediately like, oh no, it's not bright. I did switch. Don't switch. And immediately it was like, oh no, it's not bright enough. Ah, life is bad. Oh shoot, what if my lights fell down? When did that happen? Oh no. Oh, it's all going wrong. Why did you fall down here? Why did you fall down here? Anyway. Alright, hot light. Go! Alright. There, that's a lot more light. That'll work just fine. Oh. Alright. So, yeah, we're going to be stitching tonight. Stitching and riveting, and I'm sure it will be riveting, har har har, and it will be great, and you will love it, I'm sure. How's everybody doing tonight? I wish you could speak. I'm sorry you can't speak. I sort of wish you could. Is there any way I could put it on screen, though? No, I can't think of anything. Your kid went on a date tonight? Dude, that's exciting. Are they currently on the date, or have they come back from said date? Hey, Hax is here. Wonderful. Glad to see you. Man, I hate that there's no chat. It's really pissing me off. I gotta ask Ian how he got around it last time. So he found some kind of he did a workaround that worked all right. But yeah, I guess it's just... We got back a bit ago. 30 minutes away, so you got dinner and drinks at a bar nearby. Pretty slick. Yeah, mine's broken too. It seems like the Streamlabs OBS chat feature is busted. I don't understand why, but yeah, it ain't working. So that kind of sucks. I can try and see if I can figure out what the issue is before next time. I just it didn't even enter my brain that it might not work. I think like I saw this, for those who don't know, yesterday on in Brutal Moose's stream, he had the same issue. His chat wasn't showing up. Come out of there. It's really tough. We didn't really get an answer about what the issue was yesterday, and then I was just like, well, my perfect stream will not have any such problems because blah blah blah. And then of course it happened to me too. So great. So if you use the Streamlabs chat box widget, maybe check before you go live. Maybe check before you go live, and you won't be embarrassed like I am. But yeah, what else is going on? My most recent project, other than this, I'm trying to get it in the hole here. Where's the freaking hole? What the heck? Where's the hole? My most recent project is I found out that you can. I found a tool that allows me to, using the thimble. I'll forget about it in no time, I'm sure. I wonder if you can see. Can you see how like torn up my fingers are? Can you see like how gross that is? That's what we call leather stitching finger. I don't know. Is it? Yeah. Look at how calloused and gross it is. It's just a mess because I always forget to use the thimble. Anyway, yeah. So I found out that there's a tool. It's just called FF6 Tools. I found out about it through romhacking.net that allows you to put your own sprites into Final Fantasy VI-3 for the Super Nintendo. Hello, Dan. Hello, Leather. Yeah, as people show up, I will again apologize. We have no chat tonight. It is not working for me either. So apparently something is just wrong with the Streamlabs OBS default chat widget. It's especially frustrating too because I don't use Streamlabs OBS anymore. I use regular OBS to avoid these kinds of problems, but the chat widget is still through slobs, and so I'm kind of stuck with them. Anyway, FF3, yes. So there is a little editing tool that I found that allows you to put in your own mods, and I'll show y'all. I've actually already done a sprite set for Terra, and I tried putting it into the game, and it worked, and I was so excited because I always love that kind of thing. It will never cease to be exciting to me to see my own sprites in like a video game. So let's see, where's Terra? Terra, update, PNG. Let's see. Share my desktop again. Desktop picture. Yeah, here she is. So this is based on the version of Terra that, like, I think I mentioned to y'all before. Yeah, so you can see right here. Look, there's all your chat. It's right there. It's freaking right there. It's just not showing up on screen. Doggone it. Yeah, Dan, I might hit you up for some of those alternatives after the stream because this pisses me off. I feel like a major portion of the stream is me talking to y'all, and if you can't see that, it's a mess. Anyway, so yeah, I made like I redesigned all the characters in FF3 like a long time ago, and I like the redesigns I made, and so I'm gonna be trying to put them into the game. So Should that ever actually get finished, I will probably play the game on stream. Not this one. There we go. What does it say? You can hit the button to remove that frame and just put show that window frame as an object on the left of the screen. So like a new object. What, like window capture, I guess? What are you trying to get? You're gonna have to translate, Dan. I'm not sure what jit the button and put show that window frame as an object. Window capture, so like this. Create new, okay, and then I guess Twitch this. Okay, and then no, not like that. How do you change this? How do you crop? How do you crop? I want to crop. Just kind of like stick it over there, I guess. Just gotta stick it over there. Hit the button on Twitch that makes chat its own window. There's a button on Twitch that makes chat its own window? I didn't know that. How do you do that? You can pop out chat? Well, this works. Whatever. I mean, you can see it now. It was supposed to be. I don't claim that my streams aren't janky as heck, so... Thank you, Dan. This was a good idea. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dan. But what was I talking about? FF3? Yeah, I don't know. Just streams free janky. Yeah, I know. That is absolutely true. You would think, with considering how many people stream and how commonly streaming it happens, that it would be more functional than it is. But alas. 50 jank streams! Still coming back because they're great. Thank you, Dan. So kind. So kind of y'all to come out and hang out with me as I do various things on stream. Let's see what else, though. I don't know. What's been going on for y'all? You having a good Tuesday? Do you have a good day so far? Mine was pretty good. I spent the morning working on some new visuals for work, and then after that, I spent some time working on Lock, the Lock sprite set. It's going to take a while to do everybody, admittedly, because there are a lot of characters in Final Fantasy III. But honestly, the biggest challenge right now... So your kid said he wanted to watch Godzilla -1 with me tomorrow, and you haven't seen it. You're excited. That's awesome, dude. Sleepy? Oh, I hate that. I was hella sleepy earlier today, too. It sucks, man. I just don't like when, like, internal issues rob me of productivity, you know, whether it's headaches or nausea or sleepiness or whatever. It's just like I don't want... I want to be productive. Stop forcing your way into my life, ailments. Let me just be productive. The curse of obsessive productivity. It's been so rainy here, you even had to fight the tiredness. I bet. Rain is awesome for naps. Honestly, that's my biggest challenge, is that I love a nap. Y'all, I am a huge nappy kind of guy. Oh, dang it. Okay, well, thank you for subscribing, Hex. Appreciate it. Sorry we couldn't show your notification, but Twitch says no, so there you go. Sorry. But thank you for subscribing. Ugh, that's so frustrating. You call naps time travel because it's often involuntary and only goes one way. I like them. I think they're awesome. I get frustrated with like actual overnight sleep because I can't tell you how frustrating it is to just be like, just like sitting there, waiting to fall asleep, and just nothing's happening. You're just sort of like, wow, I could be doing other things, but right now is sleepy time, apparently. It's so irritating. Just being awake at like 2 a.m. and just being like, wow, wish I could go do other things. Wish this was, you know, not happening right now. Imagine how much different it would be if sleep was actually voluntary. If it was like a voluntary activity. I don't know if that would be good or bad. I feel like a lot of people just wouldn't choose to sleep. And I hate when you lie down for a nap, close your eyes, and see in the seconds later your alarm goes off, but it's been really been 40 minutes, it didn't help at all. Oh. Okay, that one's pretty bad. Yes, I've absolutely had that. Ooh, Hacks is gonna stream sometime. Fantastic. It's exciting. Do you know what you're gonna stream? Do you have any ideas what you actually plan to what your content should be? Feeling was your whole day. I should be doing other things, but my body is like, time to feel sleepy. Yep. Yep, I get that. It sucks. Yep. Where's my lighter? Whoa, hold on there. Where is my lighter? Where is my lighter? It is in the other room, I think. Okay, I'll be right back. Lighter's in the other room. Yep, there it is. I still can't believe that this is the way you're supposed to do this. That you're just supposed to light the thing on fire, and that's how you seal something. It just feels like it's not the right way to do it, but no, that's how you're supposed to do it. Now it's stuck. I'm sorry you had a sleepy day there, Dan. Hopefully you won't get the unfortunate side effect. Yeah, I know, right? Everyone knows that, especially Dan. Dan totally knows that. I didn't, but Dan does. Let's see. I'll probably have a game dev programming focus. Yeah, nice. I'm excited about that. I love game dev stuff. I want to do game dev, but I'm lazy. That's the problem. Lazy. All right. So what I'm doing right now, if it's not immediately clear, is I am poking holes through. I'm doing that thing again where I pull it too close to me. Y'all gotta be able to see or it's not really a streamer. Pico 8, baby! Yeah. I would absolutely watch game dev. I used to do, like, there was a game development engine I used to try to use, actually at work, if you believe that, called Click Team Fusion. I think I've talked about this before. You're always scared to do something like game dev streams because someone might steal what you're working on. Well, I mean, that second one is basically that's the risk you run anytime you make anything. That someone might just be like, yeah, it's all terrible. You know, I worry about that anytime I make anything, so that's not going to go away. But as for the stealing thing, I mean, it would suck to be sure. But somehow, like, I feel like I would be okay with it just because I want to see the thing exist. And if someone else can do it better than me, then okay, yeah. I just want to see it exist. Don't know why you've been okay with painting on stream. Because your painting is awesome. That's all there is to that. You're just aware that your painting is awesome, and you're like, well, no one's going to make fun of those. Did you see this? What was it, an Elder Lich? Or a Cthulhuoid thing? What was that thing? The bigiature you painted? Yeah. Painting is just that good. You see? He said it himself. So you can believe him. It's definitely the reason. That was one of Diablo's brothers. Oh, okay. Pretty cool. Can y'all hear the music at all? There's music playing. I don't know if it's actually audible or not. It's pretty low on my end. You've had similar thoughts? No, you can't. Okay, I'm going to bump it up. Okay, I turned it up a little bit. Let me know if you can hear it now. Can hear now. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, this is the full party theme from Dragon Quest II. The one that always sounded so much to me like the music. Ow! Jeez. Ow. Sounds so much to me like the music from Little Nemo. I thought that was kind of a cool thing to do, though, in Dragon Quest II. Where they're like, when you have your full party and everybody's healthy, you get like a different song that is more like triumphant and happy, because it's like, yeah, everybody's safe and healthy, we're on an adventure. And then when you lose a party member, the song becomes a little bit more anxious, like you're like, uh-oh, we gotta be careful, our friend's counting on us to get him back to us. I immediately said her because it's always the Princess of Moonbrook that I lose. Yeah, it's like, oh, we gotta get her home safely so that we can revive her. It's up to us, Prince of Canuck. This is good, but what if you put one of those 10-hour loops of old-timey Nyan Cat through piano, or 10 hours of Hey Yeah. Hey yeah, 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 yeah. I told y'all that they actually used that song in the Masters of the Universe movie, right? I was so stoked about that when it happened. Because it really did feel like they were like, you know what? We're cool with the vibe of how He-Man is interpreted nowadays. We're gonna make this a little silly. And so they use like this song, which is like a really well-known internet meme. I was like, that's so like cool of them to include. Real like self-aware, you know? Because I mean, they could have gone like super serious with the movie, and they didn't, and I love them for it. Oh, what's going on? Oh, unrelated, but just because it popped into my head. I think I told y'all before I was playing the Shantae Risky Revolution game, and I was stuck. I figured out what the issue was. It was not at all what I thought the issue was. So that's cool. Turns out I just needed to like use one of my new abilities in a completely different location, and then that solved the problem. So I guess I should have guessed that, considering I just got the ability, but when I got it, I didn't see how I was going to use it for anything. And then like just on a whim, I used like basically what I got was if you've played Risky's Revenge, and you know like the elephant transformation, how it's got like that charge move where it can smash rocks. There were some like people that were frozen in ice. Perused tandleather.com looking for a wallet pattern. Fantastic. Did you find one you liked, Cyber? That's way more interesting than what I was talking about. Where are my pliers? I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my pliers. Sometimes the leather gets so stuck that I need to use needle-nose pliers to pull it through. Usually that's a sign that you either missed the hole no, not Hey Ya, the Outcast song. The song is called, like, What's Going On, I think. Someone talked about it the other day. Immediately found one you really liked, but it seems like it's a lot. Couldn't find the pattern only. You mean like it's a full kit? Like it's got the leather and everything? If that's the case, I might still be able to find it in the store. So go ahead and send it to me anyway. I can call the guy who works there and see if he has just the pattern. I always said the wrong title, but not the Outcast song. Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Remember a couple years ago when they were advertising that miserably failed Resident Evil, they just slow down version. Hey, yeah, that was really good. Interesting. Yeah. Go for it. Did you find some leather that you think you'd like? Because I remember originally you said you wanted like a pink wallet. What you could also do, Cyber, is look through their leather selections there. Because I mean, if I'm going to be getting any of these resources, they're going to come from a Tandy Leather. So I'll be going to the same place that sells all the things you'd find on that website. So if there's something you can find on that website that you think will work for the leather, you can point me to that as well. And depending on the leather pattern, you can give me a secondary color, or I can just choose a secondary color. And we'll go from there. What the heck, man? I'm stitching terribly. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see how awful this stitching is? Look at this. Look at this. Me missing the hole over here. What a mess. I'm a loser. Freaking loser, man. Layman looks fine. Well, thank you. Good news is it's on the inside. The outer part looks fine, so it's cool. I'll survive. Oh yeah. So Shantae. Yeah. So there was like a for those who aren't familiar with the Risky Revolution game, it's the one that came out not too long ago. Well, actually maybe a year at this point. But what if I want a leather wallet that looks like the black mecha that was piloted by the dramatic dude in Robot Jox? No, I can't make that, in fact, but that was a fun movie. At least the part of it I watched. I didn't finish it. I watched like the first part, and then I had to get up to do something else, and I haven't watched the rest of it yet. But I did enjoy what I watched so far. Yeah, so it's the GBA one that was like lost for a long time. And recently was re-released, or was finally released rather, and it's good. But like, it's got a weird amount of death in it. Actually, there's like a lot of like, for such a cheerful and like happy-go-lucky series as Shantae, there's a surprising amount of like just random death in this particular game that I don't remember from being in the other Shantae games. And I was like, huh. Like, so getting back to the place that I was stuck. The general plot of the game is that Risky Boots, the villain, the pirate lady, has found out that there's like an ancient machine or whatever under the ground that will like spin the crust of the earth around. And so she's like moving everything from being inland to being outland and raiding them using her ships. And so like each area you're trying to figure out how to spin the world back around again effectively. And the place where I was stuck was that the volcano town had been moved to like the coast, and it was like frozen, and so all of the fire maidens or whatever couldn't carry out their fire ritual because they were all frozen in ice. And so I thought, okay, well, what I need to do is get some sort of like fire ability or something to thaw out all of these ice maidens. No, I'm just supposed to use the elephant to smash the ice. Yeah, I mean, that's on me. I should have guessed that, I guess. But I assumed we needed fire to melt ice. I didn't think that you could just smash it with an elephant. Anyway. Well, so getting back to the weird amount of death thing. So the head priestess was the only one who had not been frozen. And when Shantae first shows up, she's like, "Oh no, all of my friends being frozen is my fault because I chose to love I chose to love a man instead of retaining my purity." And Shantae is like, "That's nonsense. You should be allowed to love who you want." And so when we finally rescued everyone, Shantae was like, "You know what? You see here? It was all because of Risky Boots. It had nothing to do with your loving that man. So you should go after him and believe in yourself." And the priestess is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it. But before that, we've got to have our ritual. All right, girls, go throw yourself in the volcano." And Shantae's like, "What?" And then all of the other strikemen just walk into a volcano. And then the head priestess is like, "Yeah, thank you so much. This is all because of you, Shantae." And she's like, and then they all come out as skeletons. And I mean, they make a joke about it. They're like, "Oh yeah, phew, that skin was really giving us problems. I'm glad that we burned all that off." But it's just sort of like, and then the head priestess is like, "You know what? I am gonna love that man. I'm gonna go out and find his face and rip it off. And I'm gonna treasure it forever." And it's just sort of like, it was just like, whoa, that took a weirdly dark turn for no reason. I don't know, man. It was strange. And then there's this whole part where, I guess this was the story in which they were introducing, Roddy Tops, who is she's the zombie girl. And I guess they didn't really know how to really introduce her yet. And so, there's a whole lot of talk about how she's going to kill everybody. I don't know, it's weird. It's really strange. The tone feels very different from other Shantae games. But, I don't know. It's still fun. Still a fun game. So, and then right now I'm in an area called the Haunted Forest. And, oh, that was another one. So if you like me have played the Shantae games, you might have encountered reference to the Sultana, who is the head of Sequinland. But I had never seen her. She had never showed up in a game. Well, so in this game, she actually does show up, and she's a giant, apparently. She's huge. And one of the guards in her palace says something like, "Yeah, there used to be a sultan, but he was crushed to death by accident by his wife." And I'm just sort of like, okay, is this a joke? Or just sort of yeah, they loved each other, but then on their honeymoon, she crushed him to death and he's dead now. It's just oh, okay. And then she said something to the effect of oh, is the stream pausing? It looks fine to me. Oh no. Is the stream pausing? It looks fine on my end. My fingers are wiggling. Fingers wiggle, fingers wiggle, fingers wiggle, fingers wiggle. Looks good? Okay. Try refreshing, maybe? Hot dog? I'm not really sure. Anyway, yeah, when she found out that we needed help, she's like, "Okay, I'm going to send my troops in, so you don't have to worry." And as soon as you get to the Haunted Forest, you find out that all of her troops have been taken over by ghosts, and they're all zombies, and they have to kill them. I mean, it's not a violent game by any means, and it's still cute and cartoony and charming, but it's just weird how much death there seems to be, and the death of innocence in this one particular Shantae game for some reason. Not really sure why. Seems odd. All right, so we got this done. Yay, done. I'm going to do these other rivets now. So what we need to do is we need to change out the rivets that are in here temporarily with the rivets I actually want to use. Pop these guys out. So these are just basic double cap rivets. When I first started leatherworking, I didn't realize you were supposed to hammer them down afterward, and I thought that, since they kind of snap together, I thought, done, rivet set. No, this is just the preliminary state. You put them in like that, and then you hammer them in place. So there you go. So in order to hammer them in place, I'm going to need my hammer and stone. Let's see. Reminds me, I just learned about a fun FPS game last week that's all cute and chibified the whole way through, but you're still shooting, and the amount of blood one would expect on modern FPS has changed. Yeah, I do have a rivet tool. I use a hammer just because that's how I started. I've got a rivet tool, but it doesn't reach in far enough, so I just use that. I just use stone. So depending on how you want to set your rivets and the appearance you want for them after the fact, you can choose to either hammer them directly into the what do you call it? Into the stone, or you can use this guy. So this is a rivet anvil. It's got kind of like a little divot here in the middle, and that prevents your rivet cap from being like squashed flat. So if you want your rivets to still have kind of like a rounded surface on the other after you've put them together, use this guy. That said, I don't want that because it's on the interior, so I'm going to not use this for this. But I gotta find the right size rivets, unfortunately. I don't know why I, in all my brilliance, decided to mix up my rivet sizes. The rivets provide a function, or are they purely aesthetic? I mean, in the sense that they hold things together, they provide a function. They're not doing most of the work. Most of the work is going to be done by the stitching. But the rivets will support the stitching, to be sure. So they help the process, but they are not strictly necessary. I'll be honest, I actually kind of put... They're lazy rivets? Yes. They're lazy rivets in the lazy rivet river. I kind of went overboard with rivets on this one, I think. I probably could have used a few fewer, but whatever. It's just going to be very... That's actually also part of the reason why I'm using these kind of like a more dull color, is because I know that there's going to be a lot of them on there. It does prevent fraying, but again, like, it's mostly for the purposes of... Like, right now what I'm using it for is to keep everything lined up so that when I actually do the stitching, it should be easier this way. All right, so I put my rivets in the bottom first. So there's one. Where'd you go? Put you in there. But I know that there are other types of rivets. I always use these little double cap ones because, again, it's the first ones that I used, and a lot is influenced by your, you know, what you do first, I guess. So, no such thing. Do you think Final Fantasy character designers ever said that's too many rivets? Punch for the sky. Absolutely. Do you think Tetsuya Nomura ever said, that might be too many belts? No. He said, there should be more belts. It was like his penance. Anytime he thought, maybe this is too many belts, he added in like 3 more as a confidence boost. I don't have the right size here. Doggone it. Maybe in the other room? You hate the little double cap ones because you can't get them without nickel? Hate the little double cap ones because you can't get them without nickel. I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean like you can't, like, these have like nickel in them or something? I like, they're made of nickel? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Dan. Nickel, the material that literally every human being is allergic to. Okay. So this is like alloyed with nickel, I guess? It's always in the alloy? Oh, okay. Well, I can't say I've ever had that problem. But I believe you. I believe that is a problem. So, sorry. I can't say I've ever read it as an issue, but I'm sure it's true. Let's see. It's a bigger deal as you get more exposure. I guess that's true. All right, I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab some more rivets from the other room. I love this song. This is the I called this song Quiet Madness. I actually made a oh wait, these are weird. Are these not what I was looking for? Rapid rivets? Ah, fudge, did I get the wrong thing? This song is just very quiet. I can boost it up a little bit more though. But the song itself is very quiet. Yeah, this is a different kind. Weird. That's no good. That's no good. I guess I could try to use the bigger rivets. Or just hold off until I have the right size. Yeah, this song, though, is from, This is too big, isn't it? That is too big. That is too big. Ah, it sucks. Life's not fair, is it? Fudge. I don't really want to... Maybe I'll set these rivets, and then I'll have to go buy some of the correct size ones. Great. Use a severe reaction to basically any metal on your skin. The bigger the better. No, that's not right. That's not right. Because if they're too big, they don't cinch right, and they pop off later. I've done that before, because I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, I'll just use bigger ones. But unless it goes through, like for a larger sized rivet, it has to go through a certain number of pieces of leather before it will, like, properly... Like, you see how this is kind of like... I don't know if you can really see. This is set in a little bit, like it's kind of squished down into the leather a little bit. That's how you want it. You don't want it to be like popped up or anything where it'll just pop off. All right, so now that we've got those kind of positioned, I take this thing. This is my rivet setter tool, just like a little piece of metal that has like a slight divot on this end. I take my maul, which is what this thing is called, and I bash it. And since I want the this side to be the one that looks better, I'm flattening the other side. If you're having that problem, you need bigger rivets. So do you do leatherworking, Dan? It seems like you know a lot about the process. Did I ask you that? I may have asked you that before. Now the reason that I have got multiple, like, I've got multiple of these guys, these like kind of rubber mats, is to avoid the noise. Honestly, it, like, if you hammer into the into the stone, can y'all see this? If you hammer into the stone, it will set the rivets, but this will neutralize the sound. Actively know what you've done it a lot in the past. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Well, if you ever want to, you should share some pictures in the Discord. All right, so you can see here, I've set these rivets. They're flat now, and they should be good to go. It's great. How are we doing on time? All right, about an hour. Hopefully this is entertaining. I did enjoy the last stream we did of this. So. Oh, for those who don't know, on one of Mr. Ian Brutalmoose's streams recently, he opened up the previous leatherworking I did. You don't have any safe for work pictures of leatherwork. All right, that's fine. I'll just assume it's awesome and not think about it anymore. But thank you for letting me know. Yeah, he opened up the thing we made last time, and he seemed to be pretty happy with it, which made me happy. I'm glad that it worked out well, because again, that particular what do you call it? That thing, that leather book cover was based on me just kind of like guessing. Actually, now that I think about it, both of the things that I have sent Ian, both of the leatherworking things I have sent Ian were both just kind of like MoeChicken originals. I was just like guessing. So thank y'all. I appreciate it. I am very pleased with how it turned out as well. So much so, I've actually been considering putting up like a commission space on my Discord in case anybody ever wants anything. And maybe that could be something in the future. I don't really want to build like a full-on Etsy shop because I'm not really, I'm not really willing to do this like full-time. I have enough creative projects, but a couple of things every once in a while might be pretty fun. So it's always more fun to make something for someone else, you know? It's like you make it, you give it to them, and they're like, oh, this is so great. And you're just like, oh, I made that. I'm glad you like it. Yay. It's just kind of a good feeling, so. Challenge, as always, though, is setting prices, man. It's so hard to set prices. Speaking of freaking merch, I am so pissed off that I've still not received any of the things that I ordered from my merch shop. I don't know what their deal was. They used to be really good. Used to be that you could get your merch pretty quickly, and now it's just like, it just takes for frickin' ever. I checked on it not too long ago, and it's like, oh yeah, it's in production. It's like, yeah, does production take multiple months? What the frick, man? I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated for y'all too. I haven't contacted them about this most recent order. I contacted them about a previous order. That I had to cancel, but I don't know, man. And I keep getting emails from like other merch providers. They're like, hey, would you like us to set up your merch store? And I seriously considered it this time because I'm like, maybe so. But the people that got in touch with me are a company called Dashery. I don't know anything about them. And when I went to their website, they didn't actually show you like what your merch would look like. They just kind of like, wait, is this the wrong color? Oh, doggone it, I'm using the wrong freaking color of leather or cord. Ugh. That's what I'm supposed to be using. That's what I'm supposed to be using. That one right there. Okay, take it all out. That's a shame. Not a lot. I mean, I didn't use a ton. It was just this. I may have used some over here, but I only really see it here, so. Just pull it right back out. Pull it right back. I mean, it could be a lot worse, so. Another excellent song from Stone of Mana. Game's music is incredible. Well, in other news, since I talked about him earlier, for those who are also fans of Ian Brudemus's streams, he has recently started a new file on Animal Crossing for GameCube. I am really stoked about that because, you know, I've been subbed to his streams for years now, and I remember a long time ago. I don't know why, but I'm suddenly around the times he got snarky with me for being positive. Sorry, dude. Be as positive as you want to be. I apologize. But yeah, I remember when he used to do Animal Crossing streams. And like years and years and years ago, Ian's streams were a little bit different. He would usually do like wind downs at the end of his streams. Like usually it was either it cracks you up. It does seem kind of out of character for me to be upset at you for being positive. Normally I feel like that's something I usually laud, but you know. Yeah, he used to do like wind downs where he would play a game for a while and then he'd play like either Wheel of Fortune or Animal Crossing as just kind of like a little cap on the end of the episode. And it was fun. It was a good time. And he stopped doing it, I think, because his streams started to focus more on one game. And doggone it. Truth be told, Animal Crossing for GameCube is kind of light on content. You really probably can't do a whole stream on just Animal Crossing. It would be very challenging. At least it'd be challenging to do that multiple times. So it works great. It's just kind of like a little like check-in at the end of the stream sort of thing. And he said that, that might be what he's going to start doing again. So I am stoked by it. And I ran an idea past him earlier that he did not bite at. You can, but probably shouldn't. Yeah, I know. He may bite at it or later. I don't know. But I was like, you know what? You were talking about wanting to trade with people. What if you? I mean, you know a lot of streamer folks, myself included. What if you just got some other people to start like GameCube Animal Crossing towns and traded with them? And I was like, I could start one. I could start a GameCube stream or a GameCube Animal Crossing stream series, and we could just. I could have a town, and you could have a town, and we could trade. I don't even think you need to trade memory cards. I think you just need to trade like some sort of code. Now, I didn't play the original Animal Crossing, so I don't know much about it. In fact, most of my experience with Animal Crossing comes from watching Ian play the game. That's where most of my knowledge of Animal Crossing comes from. But I don't know. It could be cool. Like I could imagine, like, you know, if he doesn't want to do one with me, I know that Austin PBG is a big fan of Animal Crossing, and like he could just have like a bunch of friends who all do Animal Crossing and trade around, be like a little Animal Crossing league. I don't know. I thought it'd be cool, and it would give me an excuse to finally play Animal Crossing. One of these days, you're gonna bust your retro out and play Animal Crossing again. Yeah, do it. It actually makes me wonder what the original like Dobutsu Mori is like. I'm sure that there's some sort of translation of it out there, like the original Japanese N64 version. That might be kind of cool to see. Because I've got one of those. What's it called? Summer Cart, I think is what it's called. The N64 flash cart. So I could potentially try and get like a translated ROM of it. Does he have the N64? Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Nearly bust out your GameCube on this week on the stream. Oh, do you not like Metroid Prime? Oh. That's a bummer. I like Metroid Prime. I think it's great. I remember I had a friend who was primarily a PC gamer when the GameCube was still like first out, and I was like talking to him about Metroid Prime. He's like, strongly dislike Metroid Prime, the controls and the speed. Okay, fair enough. This guy felt the same way. He was like, FPSs should not be played without a mouse. He said you need a mouse to properly aim, and if you don't have that, you're not playing an FPS. Well, I won't bug you about it, but suffice it to say, I like Metroid Prime. So, but I also like Metroid. You know, I like the series in general. So. I was pretty disappointed with Metroid Prime 2, I will admit. I did not like Metroid Prime 2 very much. Metroid Prime 3 I actually liked a lot, which was... you like side-scrolling Metroid a lot? Okay, so it really is just Metroid Prime. You weren't into like the shift to an FPS, I guess. For me, a lot of it was I liked all the world building. I liked doing all the scanning of things and finding out like the names. Like I liked how much effort was put into world building, like how much they put into making the world of Talon 4 feel more alive. But I could definitely get the idea that some of the controls are janky at times. I still haven't played either Metroid Prime 4 or Metroid Dread. You press the look stick, you want your view to turn immediately. The whole thing with cursor move within your screen. Oh, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. It definitely isn't like a snappy game, that's true. And maybe that's part of why I liked it. Is that because what you're describing is kind of like in GoldenEye. So GoldenEye had a feature where you could like aim the like you could, I think in the default controls it was like you hold down R and it allows you to like specifically aim your gun. And if you moved that to the side of the screen, Bond would like turn a little bit. But it was like sluggish. And yeah, Metroid Prime is sort of like that if that was the case all the time. And if that, I could, from that perspective, I could definitely get that being annoying. So. Dread was amazing and aptly named. I'm just surprised that they actually made it. I mean, that idea, I remember seeing a Did You Know Gaming where they referenced the idea that Dread existed back with like, I don't know, the Wii. And yeah, it took a long time to come out, but they did. Where does, without giving away too much, where does Metroid Dread happen in the storyline? Because like all of the Prime series kind of happens in between. I think, is it in between Metroid Prime 2 and 3? It's either between 2 and 3 or 3 and 4. But for a while there was nothing after Fusion. Like Fusion for a while was the end of the series. Prime is its own thing. No, it's well, at least in the original story, it was supposed to happen between. I think it was supposed to happen between 2 and 3. Dread takes place after Fusion. It's a proper Metroid 5. Okay, cool. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I remember the thing that stuck out to me most about Metroid Prime or Metroid Dread when I saw it was I'm like, wow, they're really making it a lot more clear nowadays that Samus is a girl, aren't they? With like it used to be. I mean, the whole idea when Metroid first came around was that it was like a surprise that Samus was female because the suit just sort of looked kind of genderless, you know, or if anything more masculine than feminine. But now, like, she's very svelte. Her robot suit has gotten very svelte over time. So, I don't know. It's just an observation, you know. Can't say I hate the idea, but you know, it is funny how they've kind of abandoned that. I still love the idea that the whole reason that the Varia suit started looking like Gears of War, where the dudes are all kitted up with the ladies of bare midriffs. Yeah, that. What was I playing? Or I was reading something the other day, and they were talking about like like bikini armor, and they were trying to like make some sort of explanation that like the magical armor projected some sort of force field over like the exposed midriffs. So it's like, no, there's still protection there. You just can't see it. It's entirely aesthetic. If you don't see her stomach, is she really wearing armor? What can I say? I mean, I like it, so I'm not going to complain too much, but there has definitely been a change over the years in terms of the way I make costumes for characters in video games. I try at least to make female costumes more, let's say, practical, I guess, and less of that kind of like bikini Viking vibe. Like, what was that? I was watching when the Game Grumps were playing Golden Axe on YouTube not too terribly long ago, and like the Amazon lady in that one, she's really pushing bikini armor. Like, it's just a bikini. Like, it's not even plated or anything. She's just wearing a bikini in armor. As armor, that's like, yep, this is what I go into battle with. On the other hand, the barbarian is wearing a fuzzy skirt, so he's not exactly wearing armor either. So there is that, I guess. Both of them are poorly prepared for armor, or for battle. I'm really frustrated about this rivets thing. I guess I could try to use these. I don't know what these are, though. Like, I've never seen these kinds of rivets where they've got like a hole in the bottom. I wonder if they snap together. I don't really know. Did you ever play Dragon's Crown? Well, yeah. I think Dragon's Crown gets a lot of crap. Because folks don't seem to get the intent behind the art style. I can certainly understand where you're coming from with that, though. These pop together? They still snap together, they just don't... They're weird on the bottom. I mean, I guess they look normal on the top, and that's the part you'd see. Dragon's Crown is very exaggerated. Yeah, that's... What I would say, in short, about Dragon's Crown is that it is a game that is designed around exaggeration of, like, everything. Everything on Dragon's Crown is exaggerated. The men, the women, creatures, the environments, everything is exaggerated. And so I think calling out one part of a game, of an art style, as sexist when everything is exaggerated feels a little, I don't know, targeted, I guess, maybe. That's my opinion. I think it got a lot of crap for its art style. There are some things that are pretty hard to defend, though. I'll admit. There's at least one image that comes to mind in the game that I'm sort of like, wow, you know, there's really no reason for this. There's no reason for this. You could have gotten away without this appearance, and you would have been fine. But I guess that'll work. We'll use these. Honestly, Dan, speaking of that, I have considered playing Dragon's Crown before on stream. Because, again, I think that it's a fine game that gets a lot of flack. But, yeah, that's true. That's true. I can't deny that, Dan. The Amazon is certainly wearing barely clothing, and the dwarf is also only wearing barely clothing. And the what's his name? The Conan the Barbarian character is just barely wearing clothing. So yeah, there are definitely some characters that are only barely wearing clothing. I don't know. I guess maybe I also get frustrated because I like the game, you know, and it's like I want to be able to say that I like it without having to be ashamed of myself. You know, it's like, I like this game. Stop calling me a pervert. It's just a fun game. Whatever. I'll be honest though, like, that's a vibe with a lot of George Kamitane's games, is that a lot of them have, like, really exaggerated proportions that just are, like, they're like a dog whistle for that kind of response. It's like, it almost feels like they're, like, asking for it in a lot of situations, you know? Like, you have women with, like, huge Titanic breasts that jiggle around and whatever, and it's just kind of like, yeah, there's not really any reason for that. We just, you know, chose to put them in there. Look, boobs. And yeah, I get it. You know, that frustrates some people because it's sexist. But I feel like I feel sort of like Dragon's Crown was completely written off as a result of that, and that frustrates me. Like a lot of the Vanillaware games have had some dose of that. See, I have personally experienced the form of cancellation in a really big way. Probably more concerned about it. Well, you know me, I am also very concerned about cancellation. So maybe I should not play Dragon's Crown on my own. Maybe I shouldn't even talk about it. Maybe we should talk about something else. Let's talk about something else. I don't know. I would at some point like to play Odin Sphere for y'all. Although, with Odin Sphere, I've never actually seen the ending of Odin Sphere. So, like, for those who don't know, Odin Sphere was... So I says to Mabel, I says, let's talk about something else. Let's not get ourselves canceled on stream tonight. Yeah, why not? Yeah, so Odin Sphere was, I think, the first Vanillaware game. And it's an excellent game. The thing that stood out most to me about it when I first played it was that it is actually fully voiced. Like, everything in it has a voice. Everything that speaks to you. And this was at a time when that kind of wasn't really the case. Like, you wouldn't see a lot of games. It was a PS2 game that had full voice acting. And it really kind of, like, made the game stand out in a way. And actually, yeah, speaking of visually problematic things, there's at least one boss in Odin Sphere that's sort of like, wow, I think maybe someone was trying to say something about this character that maybe they should have kept to themselves. Anyway, but yeah, it's a beautiful game. Wasn't PS2 basically the era that became normal starting? But I don't know. I don't feel like it was. Full voice acting? I mean, voice acting, yes. Games had voice acting at that time. But full voice acting, I don't feel like was really... Well, maybe. I guess, maybe. I still feel like it was... I mean, it was still surprising for me. Maybe I just wasn't that experienced. Like, maybe it was more normal. I don't know. It seemed to stand out in my mind. I mean, yeah, but FF10's voice acting is kind of widely lauded as being terrible in a lot of ways. Maybe I should say that the voice acting seemed like it was done very well in Odin Sphere. It didn't seem like laughable or goofy. It just sort of seemed like impressive. Plus, I mean, like, it was stuff like I don't think FF10 had voice acting for like townspeople and like incidental characters. Like, when I say that everyone speaks, I mean like everyone you talk to speaks. Shopkeepers speak, townspeople speak, everyone speaks. So like, there's never a point where, like, if we played that, I wouldn't have to say anything. I could just let the game speak for itself. But yeah, so the game itself it's a single plot set. Take this out of my mouth. It's a single plot set over like a collection of 5 characters, and it details the events leading up to Ragnarok. It has a very strong like Celtic and like Viking vibe to it, as you might expect from Odin's Sphere. It details, the events leading up to Ragnarok. And in order to get the best ending, there's a part where you're allowed to choose who goes out to fight each threat in Ragnarok of the 5 characters, and there is a correct collection. So like each character has like a monster in Ragnarok that is appropriate for them to fight. So the first time I played the game, I followed the clues and I'm like, okay, well this is who everyone should fight. Beat the game, and I was like, great, I got the best ending. But if you actually want to see the last chapter, you have to get all of the bad endings too. So you have to go back and play all of the bad endings to get the last chapter of the game, and I just never wanted to do it. I was just like, I don't want to see everyone like fail and die. That's a bummer. Because like I think the idea is that like the final chapter is called the Wheel of Fortune or Wheel of Fate, something, one of those two. It's honestly not that much, because what you have to do, like, you can restart from the Ragnarok chapter and then just fight all 5 bosses with different characters. Hey Darkman, welcome. So it's not that hard. It's just a bummer, you know. I don't want to watch all of these characters that I like all lose their lives because I intentionally chose the wrong characters. I don't know. It doesn't seem fun to me, but again, I think that the final chapter is supposed to represent like all the possibilities. Basically, it's like the Wheel of Fortune. It's all the different possibilities that could have existed. So it makes sense that you'd have to see all the failure states as well. And I just don't want to do it. Where's this rivet? Okay, I need a big rivet for that one. Let's see, we're at an hour 30. Let's make the straps now. Because all I've been really doing this stream is just riveting and sewing, which I don't know if that is riveting. So I will show y'all how to make a buckled strap. Give me a sec. Big leather bin. See, can y'all see? Pick this up real quick. Can y'all see it? Let's see. Where are my legs? You can kind of see it. That down there, that's my big old plastic leather bin that I keep under my bed. Let's see. Is that gonna be enough? You like the marks on the rubber mat? It's clearly well used. What color is this? That should be enough. Alright, so. Oh, I need buckles. Hang on, I'll be right back. Be right back. So I think more than anything else, I go through so many frickin' buckles. I go through so many buckles. So many. But you need them. Like, you need them if you want to make nice belts. I keep forgetting. Most of my stuff is in the other room. Most of my stuff is in my art room. That's why I have to keep getting up. I'll be right back again. Sorry. Oy vey. Needed to get this thing. This is a belt form, which allows you to kind of like make belts a little bit nicer. All right, so we're using roller buckles, which are these guys right here, and I'm going to use them for the shoulder straps. It's a subtle Moe exercise and stream. Yeah, you gotta keep in shape by stupidly walking back and forth from one room to another, over and over and over again. All right, so these don't need to be super long. So what I'm gonna do is cut some little belts here. So what this thing is for is just for making the shape of the end of the belt look nice. Locking roller buckles are awesome, my friend. And it's primarily the one I use. Yeah, this guy just kind of allows you to make, like, well, it's sort of nice. Nice little ending bits here. How long does this need to be? Should be, like, right about there. Go. Two of these. If you get into leatherworking, one thing you will find is that suddenly everything is covered in like little bits of string and like these little tiny little leather punch out things and like little bits like this just wind up all over your house. Just everywhere in your house. All over the place. Is a nice tool. This guy? Yeah, I like this thing. It's very helpful. Or did you mean my roller cutter? Did you mean this? This I got from a fabric store. Oh yeah, the belt guide is very helpful. Although I don't think I'm using it right though, because like it's got multiple marks on it. Like you can see, it's got like, it looks like you're supposed to use it to make like smaller belts, but it's like, it's one piece. So I don't know how you do that. It feels like it should be more obvious, but I don't feel like I understand what I'm supposed to be doing with the rest of it. It's just kind of like a... Yeah, for smaller straps, but how like... I can't exactly... You know, I can't cut there. It's like, what am I supposed to do with it? I don't know. I can't draw through it because it's a solid piece of, like, plastic. That's not the word I was looking for, but plastic. So, like, I don't know how I'm supposed to use it, but whatever. I use it like I do there. So, all right. So we've got this part, and now we need to make the part that the buckle will be on. You line the smaller strap to it, clamp your work, and punch holes. So it's not for like shaping. You're saying it's just for punching the holes? Well, punching the holes is the easy part. That's what you just use this guy. Just punch holes with this guy. I thought it was used to like line up the shape of it. That's way more useful. Before we go any further, I need to clean up the edge. Let's see. Get out my beveler. Get out my old beveler. I guess that's fair. I am not great at beveling. I do my best. I'm sure I'm not using this tool quite right though. It's like sometimes I get like a nice long cut like that where it's like a good long strip, and then other times just nothing. See, like that? Oh, yeah, it feels good. Nice, long cut. That's what I'm looking for right there. And other times, I don't get nearly that good. Ooh. Dot hack music, I think, is what this is, right? Dot hack song? Dot hack sign song, rather. Yes, dot hack. Excellent music, dot hack. Excellent music. Alright, so this is going to attach to the front. Put that aside. Belts often have holes farther apart. I'd just use a ruler. I'd use a ruler and mark it. Seems easy enough. I guess maybe if you were a more professional belt maker, you might, or a more professional leather worker, you might make things a little bit fancier. But I'm an amateur. What are you gonna do? It's a shame there's not a better word than amateur. You know, because it's like, it almost feels like that's just a binary thing. You know, it's like amateur or professional. Since I'm not really a professional, I feel like I have to call myself an amateur. But I've been doing this for years, so I feel like amateur is kind of like insulting. You know? It's kind of a frustrating situation there. Do I want... No, I don't care. Okay. Prosumer? Yeah, I'm a prosumer. A prosmer. Alright, how long is this thing? I remember when I was a young whippersnapper and I got dot hacked the first time, and my computer told me it loved me. This little strip here. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, makes sense. Alright, there we go. Alright, so how you do this. You fold over a little bit, like that. You make yourself a crease. Make yourself a crease, and then you've got to cut a little hole for the little post, the fingery part of the buckle. So I use mine like this. Radical Dreamers music is so good. I love Radical Dreamers. Although I'll admit, the last time I played, it was more of a bummer than I remembered. Like, I remembered it being just, like, really fun. And then when I played it, I'm like, man, this game's kind of a bummer. I didn't remember that. Alright, so we've got this little, like, hole now. Right there. So we can stick a thing through like that. Flip it over. And there you go. And then you just cinch this part. And you're good. Although this might be too small. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be too small. Pretty big. This one looks big. The hobbyist of hams. So we could tool this guy. It is very useful. It's a hole puncher. Variable size hole puncher. Works really well. The only problem with it is I thought we were using a different kind of buckle. I wonder what type you thought. Because I thought I had showed you that's a roller bar buckle. I've got other ones in here too. A ton of different things in here. Did you think something like what the heck? They love each other. Did you think something more like this? Or like one of these guys? Roller buckle with locking tongue is what you were thinking of. Alright, well. I don't know what that is. That's not what I'm familiar with. Buckle Bonanza! Oh, that makes me want to immediately play Donkey Kong Country 2. Maybe we can play that when I finish Mega Man. You know, assuming at some point I get back on the stick and start doing video game streams again. Instead of this frickin' nonsense. Who wanted this? I turn into MoeChicken to watch video games, not this garbage. Unsubscribed. Oh, DK Bonanza. Yeah, I haven't played that yet. It's good, huh? I do have a Switch too. And I have DK Bonanza. Post an image of an artsy fartsy. Oh, let's take a look. Let's see what we got. I'm actually pretty curious what that looks like. Oh, one of these guys. Okay, I've seen that before. Here, I'll show y'all. This guy. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used one of these before, but I've seen them before. Interesting. Oh, let me show y'all this because it's really good. So just a sec. Look at how good this dance loop is. Don't open Opera. I didn't want to open you, Opera. The frick. Look at this. Look how good this animation is. EMBZ who did this. It's really good. One person pointed out in the comments that Shantae's expression there, it looks like she is... Wait, what happened? What happened? Where's my capture thing? Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind. Poor Mega Man, forgotten, footless, fancy-free. What? Mega Man? I must have missed something. Hang on. Post image, they're nice because they lock. You're never going to finish Legends. You're never going to finish Legends. I want to finish Legends. I like it. I just haven't done it yet. So part of what I'm doing over here is I'm kind of massaging this. Like, you want to kind of like massage the leather a little bit around the buckle, just kind of so it's like stays in place a little bit better. Shantae anything is pretty cute, honestly. Although I will admit, I have intentionally never looked for like any fan art for Shantae. Because to me, she's like this... She seems like a kid to me. I don't know how old she's actually supposed to be, but she seems young. I don't really want to see her sexualized. And I have to assume that's probably what happens. So I'm like, I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. Like that's a rare little bit of Shantae like fan something that I saw that I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. It's not offensive. It's not too upsetting. I usually stick to the official art for Shantae because I'm like, I don't want to see fan art of her. I don't really want to see it. Like, I actually wonder if some people for the thumbnails. I'm just fiddling with this. I should actually do something and turn the music back on too. I wonder if some people who saw the thumbnails for my current Shantae series actually had the same thought, not realizing that it was supposed to be Maria dressed as Shantae, and they thought I just made like this really more adult-looking Shantae character. And it's like, no, that's Maria. She's always looked like that. It's actually serendipity that she and Shantae look so similar. That's something I noticed when I first did Shantae Risky's Revenge, is that, like, it's like, yeah, this character actually looks an awful lot. You should add some VHR music to your background playlist. VHR. I don't know what VHR music is. I feel like I should, but I don't know what that is. Oh, Victory Heat Rally. Yeah, that's a good game. I never finished that. I got to, like, I think I got to midway through, like, the intermediate cups, and then I stopped playing it. It was fun. Yeah, honestly, that's one of the nice things about more modern Shantae games. Like, as time has gone forward, Shantae has gotten more, I guess, more reasonable proportions. Everything else is still boobylicious, but she herself has started to look more reasonable. But like, you look at her original design, and boy howdy, that girl was upsettingly thin. Here, I'll show you. Give me a sec. Where is it? Get out my trusty dusty The Art of Shantae book. Let's see if I can find early Shantae. There's her first concept. That's what she... I guess I should flip it over. That's what she originally looked like, which is kind of cute. I mean, you can see it a little bit here. The original Boson images of her were very, very, very thin. Oh, in particular, this picture that was used for the cover of the game, she looks like soup. Can y'all see that? It's kind of blurry. So it's kind of blurry there. But like, as time has gone forward, she's gotten a little bit more reasonable. I think a lot of what helped was Pirate's Curse. Where's Pirate's Curse? Oh, this is The Art of Shantae. One of my many art books. I love collecting art books. Let's see if I can find Pirate's Curse. Pirate's Curse 54. What do you call it? That animation we saw, someone in the chats said, or someone in the comments on that video said something to the effect that was like the original animator, and I could see it based on the style. So something else someone pointed out to me is that, like, I guess for a lot of people, myself included, their favorite game is Pirate's Curse, which is the third game. This is the first one I played. And they pointed out that, like, yeah, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, the favorite game of many people about the magical character who has no magic. Like, this is the only game where Shantae has no magic whatsoever. And it's the one that she is often most well known for, which is funny. But yeah, she's starting to get more reasonable proportions at this point. And then, like, as they move forward into, like, this is, I think, Half Genie Hero. It's gotten a lot better. So, but I love Shantae. I think she's wonderful. I really like her games. You've never played a Shantae game. You have the GBC card from Limited Run still, but never played it. I mean, I'd recommend it if you like exploration platformers, Metroidvanias, as they say. I still don't really like that term. Then it's hard to dislike. They're fun games. I would recommend starting with, like, either Half Genie Hero or Pirate's Curse. But they're good games. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't say to start with the original Game Boy one. The original Game Boy one, as I'm playing it for my YouTube series, you can tell that like it did some growing up between the first and second games in a lot of ways. The original Game Boy Color one, and this is probably a technical limitation, but it's very like heavy and sluggish in a lot of ways, and that limits it quite a lot. And like the range of your attack is like really much shorter than you expect it to be. Like I find myself taking hits a lot in the original Shantae because I just, you know, like your range is so short. Yeah, well, I mean, one of the things that helps too, and this is something that Risky's Revenge or Risky Revolution has taught me, is that in my mind, the first two games were Shantae for the Game Boy Color, and then Shantae Risky's Revenge. But there was a whole game in between those two that just never came out. And you can really see, playing Risky Revolution, all of the ways in which they evolved the concepts in the first game into Risky's Revolution, and then threw away some things by the time they got to Risky's Revenge. So, I don't know. I really feel like it kind of hit a stride at Pirate's Curse. I also really liked the design of Shantae in Pirate's Curse. I thought she was really cute in that one. And I don't know. I recommend it. I think Shantae are great games. But that's me. But I am glad that I'm getting the opportunity to play the Game Boy Color one. I don't have an official cartridge, but those are like $800 loose. And $2,500 complete in box. So no, I'm not gonna get one of those. WayForward's actually done a lot of things. WayForward was a publisher for a variety of like little or not a publisher. They were a developer and were published on a lot of games that were published by other people. Like I think they did Contra 4, if I remember correctly. They did a game called Mighty Switch Force, which is pretty good. A lot of their games didn't get like cartridge or disc releases. They were like the original, the Shantae Risky's Revenge originally came out as DSiWare, and so it wasn't really even released as a full game when it came out. Yeah, Mighty Switch Force. So there's a lot of their stuff kind of went under the radar, and I think when Pirate's Curse came out, that was kind of their first real hit as far as Shantae goes. Yeah, they did River City Girls too. You can, like, once you know what kind of games they do, you can start to kind of see their tendrils in things. Like, you'd be like, oh, okay. I could see this being one of their games. Really solid sprite work, usually very responsive controls. There's that Barbie and the Three Musketeers game that Ian played one time on stream. That was actually a WayForward game. Cat Girl Without Salad is not a game I'm familiar with, I must admit. I'll point this out too. Samurai Pizza Cat. Something just fell off of my desk again. Doggone it. I'm gonna have to fix that after the stream. So, I don't remember what this is called, But there's a type of stitch where you can like go around the outside like this. This is really good for like the ends of something. Like if you have like a pocket or something that you want to seal in the end and just kind of keep it in place. That's a good way to do it, is just go around the outside. All right, so this is the that's the buckle side of our belt. Now we need to punch holes in the non-buckle sides. I'm going to measure things. Hey, guess what? The tool I need is in the other room. Are you surprised? Be right back. Get those steps in. I know, right? So this is how I do belt holes. Is I just kind of like find the middle and just kind of like mark every inch or so. And that's usually enough for me. In case anyone's curious, the music that's playing right now is from Parasite Eve. That is the aria from the beginning of the game. Robotrek music. Another one that I want to play for y'all at some point is Robotrek. That'd be fun. Good. Alright, there we go. And done. Belt strap. And that's all there is to it. You can put a, if you use a little scrap of like leftover leather, you can attach a little loop to the other side to kind of just hold it in place. I'm probably not going to do that for this one since this is just going to go over my shoulder and there's going to be something on top of it anyway. But yeah, so this is going to go, let's see, on here. And so I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the belt, or with the buckle loop. I'm going to kind of like massage it to give it some shape there first, and then poke holes, sew it, and then it'll be attached. And that's how all the straps are going to go. So there's going to be one there, be one over here. There'll be some on the sides here to hold it onto the side. And yeah. These things just take time, honestly. Any sort of leather working takes time, but especially any sort of armor. Just a lot of stitching, a lot of riveting. But we're basically up against time for tonight, so that's probably going to be it for tonight. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. I'm glad we figured out, you know, some kind of janky way to get the chat back on the screen. I'll see if I can't get that figured out before the next stream. But yeah, I mean, thank y'all for coming out. As always, appreciate the stream. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I enjoy streaming for y'all. I enjoy that I can do different things like this, you know, like art streams, drawing, 3D modeling, whatever. Because I mean that's a major part of my passion, is I like making other stuff too. So I don't know, it's exciting. Thank y'all. We enjoy chatting and occasionally heckling you. Yes, thank you for that as well. And thank you for the occasionally part of that. Because I am a fragile, delicate little egg and I shatter easily. Alright, y'all. Well, I'll be back on Thursday. We'll be playing a game on Thursday. Hacks, just so you know. I wanted to stream a little bit of this because we had talked before about seeing more of this. I'm probably going to work on it some more on my own from now on, though. I was intentionally holding off because I wanted to show you some of the process. Probably going to work on it on my own a little bit more now. But I will show you all the finished version in the Discord once I get it done. So, all right, let's shut the music up. That's going to be it for me tonight. I'm the MoeChicken. This has been Leatherworking. And thanks for stopping by. See y'all on Thursday. Did you enjoy my hands? There they are. Ooh, they're beautiful.